Hey, I'm Ginger Jesus, and I like to do stuff. Has this unfortunate situation ever happened to you? Come in.
Hey man, what's up? What you playing?
Oh, not much. Playing some Revolt.
Oh, cool. Mind if I join you?
Yeah, man. Come on. Just let me finish this race, and we'll play here in just a second.
Sweet.
Hey, watch out for the cord.
Oh shit.
No. 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 Oh, man. Well, today I'm going to show you how to fix it, because unfortunately my spare system has fell victim to this tragedy. You're only going to need one part and a couple of tools, a number 2 Phillips screwdriver and a soldering iron. And I'm going to show you exactly what part you're going to need. So let's get to it. So once you use your screwdriver to take the 4 screws out of the bottom of the Dreamcast, you just pop the cover straight up, like that right there, and you have access to the controller ports. The part we're going to be replacing today is this right here. This is a fuse that is built into the controller board to protect the system from any shorts that may happen in the controller, rumble pack, VMU, anything like that. But unfortunately, they used a one-time use fuse, and it's very common for be playing the game, someone trip over the cord, you accidentally pull the controller too much, and it pulls it out. I'm not sure what exactly the scenario is that causes it, but it being suddenly unplugged, you would think you would be fine just to plug it right back in while it's on. Say if you're in middle of the game, middle of a fight, and suddenly the controller gets unplugged, oh crap, you want to plug it back in real quick and it will blow the fuse. I'm not sure why they didn't do this to begin with, but they didn't. So we're going to go ahead and we will replace this right here. But we're not working on this one. We're actually working on this one that I've already taken out. So to get this out, you have 4 screws. These are much longer screws than any of them in the rest of the system, so don't get these mixed up. If you completely refurbish your system, don't get them mixed up, because these will go further down. They will bust these posts over here, or they will, if you accidentally swap them out with the GD-ROM screws, you will go down and you will completely ruin your motherboard. They are too long for these posts. They're too long for the post on the power supply and the switch, and even the motherboard to the case. They will crack them and bust them because they're just too long. So simple enough. We're just going to take these 4 out. Now once you get these 4 out, we'll go ahead and let me pull them up out of here real quick. Yeah. Now that they're out of the way, all you need to do is unplug the fan. You can do this in the other order too. Before you take the screws out, you can unplug this first. But you just wiggle the fan connector, get that unplugged, and then same thing with this ribbon cable, kind of walk it back and forth, and it'll pop right out. That's all you got to do. You will flex this forward a little bit because the controller ports actually kind of clip into these little recesses there. All you got to do is pull this forward a little bit and push it back, and it'll pop out. Otherwise, if you try to take it out, it's kind of snagged up in it like that. And you can get it out, it's just harder. So the easiest way to do it is just lean this forward with your thumbs and push down on the back, and it pops it out of there, and then it's real easy to get out. We're not working on this particular one today. We're working on this one. This is from my spare system. This one's still good, but I am going to do the same thing to this one as I do to this one. Oh man, you're not in frame. Dang it. I'm going to be doing the same thing to this one as I am this one, because I got extras of the new fuse. But this particular one is blown, and I do want to take this and fix it, because I'm going to end up using this in my main system, because I'm not sure how many of these did this, but this one has a larger 2430 rechargeable battery compared to this one. It's this is a 2020, and then I think my other one is a 2032. I want to use this one instead because it has much more charge capacity, and since I don't get to play as often, hopefully the clock will stay longer. I've tested all my batteries, and so far they're good, but eventually I will have to replace them. which is what this is for right here. So far, all of them have tested good with my battery station tester, but they will die and we'll have to get them replaced eventually. But for the time being, I do want to use this one because it is a larger charge. But all we're going to need is these self-resetting fuses. So what will happen with these, what makes these special, is if you have that situation happen to your console, it gets unplugged and you accidentally plug it back in, or it gets loose, or something happens, say the rumble pack shorts out, the motor shorts out, something, anything can happen. What will happen is this fuse will trip and it'll open, so it'll blow like it's supposed to. But it's a self-resetting. All you have to do with this is turn the power to the console off and turn it back on, and it will reset when it is turned off. So once it resets like that, you should be able to turn it back on and immediately work again. If you need to know if that's what's happened to yours, you can use a meter. So we can do the same thing as we did with the SNES Classic, where I was looking for shorts. Beep is a short, and what you want here is to be shorted. Now you can do this in the console if you can reach it. There's those two holes that those wires go through. If you can reach them, you can test it from there. But preferably you take it out and you check it across these two contact points here. So when I set this down and I check across these two contacts, we should see what would be a short. And we don't, because this one's blown. This is what a good one should show. See, that one is good and this one's blown. And that's the same two contact points there. Just, well, let me flip it around. It's the same two contact points right here and here. These two, same points. But one works, one doesn't. We're going to go ahead and take this out and swap it out. So I have here is one of these self-resetting fuses. They come separate from Console 5. They do not come with the full recap kit that includes the motherboard, GD-ROM, and this one here on the controller port. This is a separate piece. It's not very expensive. I'll put up right here how much they cost, or a screenshot. If you're going to go ahead and do any work on yours, go ahead and order one of these while you're at it so you can save on shipping. It's a good thing to have. Even if yours isn't blown and it works just fine, go ahead and swap it out because it's pretty common to happen. So it's a good thing to have, because then you can just cut it off and cut it back on and you can continue on. You know, you might lose your progress, but that is the way it is. It's better than having this blown a fuse and then you can't play at all anymore until you get it fixed. So let's go ahead and knock this one out. This new resettable fuse doesn't have a polarity. You can put it either way. So we'll go ahead and get this out. I'm going to set it to, I don't know, 400. 400C should work just fine. The way this is folded over, I'm going to go ahead and clip it and make it a little easier on myself. There we go, and there. Now we should be able to pull it out pretty easily. I'm going to go ahead and grab it with my tweezers, come in with my iron on the other, and just kind of pull it out. See if I can get it to just pull right out. There we go. That's easy to do. So let's go ahead and get this one put in. Doesn't matter which way. Just drop it on in there. I'm going to go ahead and spread the legs a little bit to hold it in place. Just going to give a little dab of some flux. And that looks pretty good. Go ahead and clip off those. I'm gonna double check and make sure it's still good. And we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and take some alcohol and clean up this flux. And we'll put it back in a Dreamcast and show you how it's now working. Alright, she's back together. Let's go ahead and test it out. Moment of truth. I should be able to plug this in, and when we turn this on, the VMU will beep, and it should give me the change the date and a little symbol on the controller. So, go ahead and put a game in here. Let's see what happens. Alright, VMU turned on. Hey, check it out. We got set the date. We got data on VMU. So it went to the, I don't know what it is, the little bear thing. And I should. Yeah, we're working now. I don't know what the little bear thing is. It might be part of this game. I don't know. I'm gonna go through and check and make sure all the controls work real quick. Start works. Left and right seems to work. A works. Start works. B works. And Y works. Analog stick seems to work good. D-pad's working good. I don't think this game has triggers. Let me get a game that tests the triggers real quick. Alright, right trigger works, left trigger works. I got gas, I got brake. Everything's working. So, it's easy as that to go ahead and pop yours out, replace this fuse, because even if you don't mean to, if you're playing, accidentally get this unplugged or don't realize you turn it on and you plug one in after it's already been turned on, it can blow this fuse, and once it's blown, the entire board's dead. It can also blow, if I remember correctly, it can also blow if the fan has a problem. So the fan could fail and blow the fuse as well. So that is something to check. If you get one, check and see if the fan's shorted. Most of the time it's because someone hot plugged a controller while they were playing, or it got yanked out, and you'd be sitting there and yank it out in the middle of a fight or a game or something, and frantically just be like and plug it back in, and not realize that you're not supposed to do that with these. So it's easy as that. So that's an easy fix to do to a Dreamcast. If you ever come across one that they're saying that the controllers don't work on it, it more than likely is just that fuse is blown on that board. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell down there to keep up with whenever I upload my next video. Like I said, it could be the fan, but more than likely it's because the controller has been hot plugged, which is just the system is on, you're playing, and it gets yanked out, and you may frantically try to plug it back in and end up blowing that fuse, not meaning to. Something to keep a lookout for, or if it happens to you, it's an easy fix. I'm going to put a link in the description down here for those self-resetting fuses. I got them from Console 5. They're pretty cheap, but the shipping can be a little much for just those, so if you ever need them, go ahead and order you some other stuff. Go ahead and get your cap kit for the entire Dreamcast. As you saw in the previous video, we were able to take those caps from a cap kit I got and bring back this GD-ROM drive back to operating like new because it was slow loading. So go ahead and order yourself a couple of things, and so it helps with the shipping, and add some of those on there. They're real cheap, so go ahead and buy you a couple of them if you plan on getting multiple Dreamcasts, or just add one on to your cap kit order. I know that's a little bit of a short video this time, but I've been busy working on the house and getting the floor done so that we'd have a living room for Thanksgiving. With Thanksgiving around the corner, hopefully I should have another one up next week. It's in progress, but I'm gonna do my best. I appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see you next week. in the next video. Later.